we begin the second industrial revolution for this period 6 beginning. Now, they don't focus as much on the inventions, but they instead, Sam, focus on the impact on the economy, just like the market revolution. So, on this, what I would highlight, and a lot of these we're going to talk about later, but this is like pre-highlighting, okay? So, what I would highlight is Transcontinental Railroad. One group in the very back needs to start paying attention. Okay? I would highlight electricity. I would highlight automobiles. I would highlight assembly line, which is part of this. Automobiles is the end of the assembly line. And then I would highlight Bessemer process, which if you had Mr. Watts, he's like obsessed with the Bessemer process. And then if you will highlight in this Bessemer the word steel. And then railroads, steel rails, skyscrapers. And a lot of this is stuff that we're going to talk about later, but since it's at the beginning of your notes, you might as well just highlight it now. Now, when we talk about innovation, okay, I want you to pretend and go back to the olden days of the Xbox 360. Okay? Yeah, this is this was like before like dinosaurs were around, I know. But back in the olden days, this was considered a high-tech gaming system. Now, back then, everything was like wired controllers instead of wireless. So I want you to pretend that we're going to buy an Xbox 360 wired controller. And I went and looked this up on Amazon. Anybody have any guesses of how much this costs on Amazon?
$70.
It's about, you guys are actually way more accurate than the other classes. About $32.98. $32.98. So which is a lot better than what the other classes guessed, because they were all up in like the 90s. So this costs $32.98. Now, if you don't know, I have 2 younger brothers. One's a senior in high school. One is a freshman in high school. And they're obsessed with video games. Like all day, every day, to the point where my brother is so good at Fortnite because he gets like 30 kills a game, where he doesn't want to play with me anymore because I bring him down. So he asked a couple years ago for my parents for an Xbox 360 controller. And it looks like this. Now, this is what he asked for Christmas. And I want you to think about it compared to the other one. What do you think this one costs?
$10 million.
10 million is a little bit more than my parents have.
$200.
Okay. Couple. This is like Price is Right. They did not take out a small business loan. Okay, so this one costs about $138.48.
That's not actually that much.
Hey, remember, we want to play the game. Now, in this case, who can raise their hand and not talk out loud? Why was this one more expensive than the last one?
It's shiny.
Okay, because it's shiny could be part of it. Okay, not where I'm going with this. It's custom, right? Thank you. Sorry, I almost didn't think somebody was going to say it, so I kind of hesitated. So, it is a custom-made controller, right? So custom things cost more than things that you can go off and buy at the store. So like, for example, I could go out and buy some car on a lot for the same amount, in theory, as any other car lot. But if I like totally like pimp it out, which I know is like really like old school for you guys, but if I like, for example, I get like custom spoilers, let's say I get some like cool underlighting, is that going to increase or decrease my cost when I do that? It increases it, right? Because it is specifically unique to you. Now, in this time period, we had an inventor. Anybody know his name?
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford, that's right. Now, you guys have probably heard of Henry Ford in the past. You probably recognize his last name. What did he invent?
A car.
A car, right? Now, when he goes to invent his car, all of his cars are beautiful and custom made. They're pretty cool. But unfortunately, they were really, really expensive. In today's world, it's about $250,000 a car.
Like a Tesla.
It's like a Tesla, yes. Now, because of this, though, he really wanted to make it so that the customer would be able to have the best product out there. So you guys today are going to invent for me a car. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. Each of your groups is going to receive a small stack of papers. Okay? If you will give each member in your group one piece of paper. Give each member in your group one piece of paper. Extras just leave on your desk. We'll use them later. Everybody needs a piece of paper.
You gave us a lot of paper.
I know you'll use some of them later. It's okay. Alright, so, okay, listen. Okay, here are the requirements for your car. Now, I understand that according to studies, the average American can only draw at a second grade level. So I'm not expecting some incredible, beautiful thing. And because of that, we're going to do it from the side angle. Okay, so we're not going to do this whole like 3D model thing. So here's what from the side your car needs to have. It needs to have some sort of a body, 2 tires, windows, headlights, and a bumper. Could be either on the front or the back. That's up to you. Okay? Not on the roof. Okay?
What if it's in a rollover? Do we each get a jar of car?
Yes, that's where I'm getting at. So, on your piece of paper, please create and invent for me a car that satisfies these things. As long as it is drivable, that is what I'm looking for here. So, drivable car. You can make it 3D. It's just I don't want people to feel bad. So, well, yeah, that would be like the intention would be to make it look cool. You have 2 minutes to create it. Huh?
Does it have to have a roof?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can make it convertible, I guess. One minute to create your car. Make sure it has all these things. Nothing. So it needs to be drivable. That looks like a Tron car.
No, it's a human body. With a bunch of wheels
All right. Okay. At this time, here's what you're going to do with your group. Okay? You are going to decide which in your group you feel like the car best represents these requirements. Okay? You then are going to take all of your cars, put them in a little stack together. You'll notice that I gave you guys a paper clip. Somebody in your group, you just paper clip them together. And put that car on the very front that you feel like best represents and is your best car for your group. Go ahead and decide. Take about 10 seconds.
I think that would. Yeah.
Hurry and decide. Put them together. Paper clip them. Favorite on the top.
JJ.
Okay.
And it's on.
I'm about to come collect them. Don't become disqualified. Just hurry and decide.
That one.
Favorite on top. Put them in the paper clip. Favorite on top, put them in the paper clip. It's not that I didn't like it. I just thought it was really unique, and that's very much your style. You're a very unique person.
You don't want to be in this room anymore. Are you a creative clown?
All right. Okay, listen. Okay, listen. So your next step is I'm about to give your group a group number. You are going to put that group number onto the very front car, which should be your best car. Circle it, and then hold it up in the air, and I will come and collect your ones. If you have extra papers, just leave them on your desk, okay? So group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So put your team number on it, circle it, and then I'm going to come collect it. Hurry really fast because you guys are number 1. It doesn't really matter. Hurry. Oh, I forgot. We have one video you'll need to interpret. All right. Okay. Listen. So Henry Ford was just like you guys. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to invent some cars.
I'm a big
Now, Henry Ford had a problem, as you get off Snapchat messaging. So, the problem is that Henry Ford had an issue. Nobody could afford his car. And so he was really struggling. So he had to, yeah, that's funny. Ford, ha ha ha. Okay. I will write it down on a piece of paper. Here, you write it down on a piece of paper that you said that joke, sign it, and I'll go put it up on my wall. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so we have to hurry. We're not going to get to the game. So Henry Ford came up with an idea. You see, he decided to create this new thing called, stop, we're not 5-year-olds.
Yeah, Jeff.
Called an assembly line. Basically, what the goal of this would be is that each person would have their own individual job. Instead of spending all your time starting from scratch, creating the wheels, putting the wheels on, making the body, blah, 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 you would have one individual task. So in this case, this individual task is putting together the wheel. You go, zoom, 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 put in all the bolts, move it on to the next person. So to further explain this, we're going to watch a quick clip on how an assembly line works. So one of you guys turn off the lights for me.
What are you doing up here? I thought you were downstairs boxing chocolate. Oh, they kicked me out of there fast. Why? I kept pinching them to see what kind they were. The fourth department I've been in. I didn't do so well either.
All right, girls. Now, this is your last chance. If one piece of candy gets past you and into the packing room unwrapped, you're fired.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello!
Well, this is easier. Yeah, we can handle this, okay?
Okay, so in this clip, did the two ladies make the chocolate? No, right? They didn't make the chocolate. Did they put the chocolate into a truck and drive it to the store? No. What was their single job? Wrapping. Now, at this time that we're talking about in this time period, which is late 1800s, early 1900s, you're doing this one single task for 12 hours a day. You get one 30-minute break in the middle for lunch, if that, depends on how nice your boss is. And you're doing that for 6 days a week. And your sole job is wrapping that chocolate. Now, what impact that's going to have is that this is going to make Henry Ford's car all of a sudden affordable. All of a sudden, the price goes down from on average paying $2,000 in back then's money, down all the way to $400 a car. Also, the amount of time decreases that you can be able to create one of these cars from start to finish in only about an hour. So all of a sudden, you are massively increasing the ability to be able to create these cars, and they start pumping them out. Now, luckily, you guys have become very new inventors, and you've decided to do the assembly line too. And we're going to see how good you guys would be if you were in an assembly line. Now, this game gets very crazy very quickly. I highly suggest having the only thing on your desk to be a pen or a pencil. The stack of white papers needs to go to your far left person. The stack of white papers, far left person.
We're going to make the car.
Oh, shoot.
We're going to kind of be screwed.
All right, listen. Okay, so here's what is going to happen. And if you listen closely, you will make sure you do it correctly. Okay? So, here's what you are going to do. Each person is about to be given a job on this assembly line. You are not creating the cars that you did before. You're creating one car for your entire group. If you are the far left person with the papers on your desk, please raise your hand. Okay, good. We're doing okay so far. So, if you are the far left person, your job is solely to do the body. It could be the same body for every single car that your group creates. Then, the paper goes to the second person, who is in charge of the tires. The third person is in charge of the windows. The fourth person is the headlights. And the fifth person is the bumper. If you are a group of 4, your last person is in charge of both the bumper and the headlights. Now, the group that has the most completed cars at the end of this may either win extra credit or candy. Depends on what you individually want. We have yet to have somebody do candy, so that could be different. Yeah. Now, listen. The only cars that count are fully completed cars, which means if that car is halfway through or is just missing the bumper, it does not count.
Do they have to look like cars?
They should have, you just have to meet the requirements.
I mean like a body.
It just has to meet the requirements.
Do the tires have to
Okay,
be attached to the
you can spend the next couple of seconds strategizing with your group of how you want to do this. Oops, sorry.
Oh, wait. Oh, we just get a giant.
Yep.
That's got.
That takes more work, but okay. It's like look at thing and make lines coming out.
10 seconds.
Like I'm working with software.
All right, listen. Okay. You will have 2 minutes to complete as many cars as you possibly can, just like last time. Now, again, all cars must be fully completed. Please do not injure yourselves. We did have one person break their finger one time. Please be careful. Okay, it is just a game. It is not injury. Also, swearing does come up sometimes. Please be nice to others. Now, shut up. Okay. Now, one thing. Here's a little bit of an added incentive. If your group breaks Miss Ray's world record, which I will tell you afterwards, I will buy you lunch.
Oh.
It is probably not going to happen, I'm letting you know right now. But hey, you could always try. All right, on your marks. Get set.
All right.
Go.
We're switching to squares.
This one doesn't count. You started too early. It's called cheating. Some of you are really slow. Yeah, this one has a surfboard.
That was supposed to be a shark. That middle one.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Wait, you can get one.
It's hard to pick it up with my left hand.
Should have prepared for this better. Shouldn't have broken the arm. You're about to run out. Let me know.
We're not going to run out.
30 seconds. Don't be failures. Win.
Soon enough. Thanks.
The papers.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. No. Okay, stop. Any cars, listen. I will tell you, again, for the first time, I've done this game for 5 years. I've never had somebody be disqualified, ever. And we had 3 groups last class, full groups disqualified, because they didn't listen to the directions. Okay? So if you listen closely, you won't have that happen. So, any cars that are unfinished, as in have any markings on them whatsoever, you need to put those into a stack right now. If you have any blank white papers, leave that in a separate stack. Okay?
That's unfinished.
Then, here's what you are going to do. Okay? Alright, your next step is the following. Okay? One person is going to take both of those stacks, so the all white papers and the ones that are unfinished. Unfinished ones go in the trash. White papers are going to stay over on the desk. Just start a little pile over there. Your last person in your group needs to go ahead and count up how many your group has. Please be quiet, because some groups end up actually telling other people, and there's like people who try to fudge things, so just be aware of that. Okay, once your group, hey, this is where people began to be disqualified, so be aware. Once your group has counted up how many your group has, you are going to put them into the paper clip I have just given you. Thought I dropped one off. Okay, you then need to put your group number, so write group and what your number is. And then in a circle, you need to put how many your group got, and you need to circle it. How many group got, and you need to circle it. Once you have done that, you need to bring me up paper clipped one and bring it to me. I will let you know that one group did not correctly put their group number and their group name, and they were the winners. And they lost because they didn't identify themselves. Even after I asked them to identify themselves, they still didn't. So go ahead and bring me up the paper clip once you're done. Quickly.
This is
Yes. Thank you. Okay, go ahead and pack up and get ready to go. I just need to verify some numbers.
How many did you get?
I will tell you in a moment. Hey, listen. Okay, before we reset my room, okay, we're going to learn something. So sit down. I didn't mean like stand up, okay? So before we reveal the winners really quickly, I want to show you some before and after pics, okay? So here is one group's before. Ooh, ah. Okay. Here is their after. Just like cheese. Okay. Here is one group's before. We have a shark. Ooh. Okay. Here is their after. Okay. So, first off, rate of production. Did our rate of production go up or down in this activity? Up. You went from 6 a group to like 30s and 40s, okay? Did our quality go up or down? Down, right? When you're mass producing, the quality goes down. Now, the world record is 82. Wow. 82. We were nowhere near close in this group, but that's okay. Again, I don't think anybody will ever break that. But our winners, drum roll please, is with 45 cars, Group 8. Wow, guys, you were supposed to clap for them. Okay, put my room back how it goes. If the bell rings, please try to still put it back. Okay, Group 8, what I need you to do is on this paper, write your name, and then write whether or not you want extra credit or if you want candy next class. Okay? Well, but I don't need extra credit. So you just write your name. It can all be different. It doesn't have to be the same. Okay? So just write it on this piece of paper. Just use one paper, okay?